in terms of, you know, this no money making, unloaded driving RV transport gig. Okay, it's like 9 degrees. I just got done working on the rental. I already have enough in here, but put more in and hooked up the old block heater because later tonight, it's Tuesday, I'm gonna leave after Rockin' Miles and head up to Des Moines, stop at the Flying J's on Douglas, and then we'll start officially start our trip tomorrow morning. But first, I'm gonna work out and do some gym accounting. So, well, here we are. I'm at the visitor area, whatever, in Chicago, a little 7-Eleven fuel stop. I go in to get something to drink. Before that, I just checked the level of where I was at, but I was sticking around with this because it was it was pretty full. It was, you know, maybe up to here. I'm like, let's drain some out. Let's see how it drains. Well, it didn't really drain. Let it go for a little bit, turn it off, turn it back on. The truck was running. I go in, come back out, and it's dead. I can only assume that was the issue. So I have a spare filter. I'm just going to change it just to be on the safe side. But yeah, I don't think I gelled up. I think I, like an operator error because I'm like that. Let's see if that fixes it. Okay, we got it running. I'm certain that was it. It was probably a boneheaded move on my part to open that little bottom valve out with it being so cold. I can only guess that caused something to kind of freeze up and no longer give the engine the fuel it needs. But got a new filter in. Other than that, we are going to load up, head down towards St. Louis. I think I'll get to Lincoln, Illinois tonight at a Flying J's to call it a night before we get to some warmer weather. Here we go. All right, so we just got to Bloomington, Illinois, to a Pilot. It's crowded as a mother trucker. I'm at the end, which, you know, that's normal. Like if you go to truck stops, parking is typically always full and you're parking in spots that aren't spots. It's just an awkward shape. But got some Cracker Barrel, the grilled chicken tenders or whatever. Those are freaking delicious if you haven't tried them. But yeah, gonna eat, work on a spreadsheet, and then probably call it a night, wake up early, go take a shower, and I think we'll make it to the Dallas area. Excuse me? I think we'll make it. Damn it, bro. I think we'll make it to the Dallas area tomorrow, which is awesome because then it's like 3 hours to drop on Friday, which will be great. And then I still have 8 hours to drive back home after dropping. So that's sweet. All right, I'm going to eat. Okay, so we're stopping in Sullivan, Missouri again to hit up this Anytime Fitness. I wanted to just drive all the way to Springfield to fuel up, but this Anytime Fitness is just right off of the interstate. It's right on a service road or whatnot, and you gotta invest time in yourself, you know? So I'm gonna work out, and then you probably noticed at the beginning of this video, I put a gross pay trip number, whatever number this trip is of the year, and it's just a random idea that I had as I was driving this morning, that every trip I do from a vlog standpoint, I'll let you guys know, hey, what did I make? How much did I spend on fuel? What did I set aside for maintenance? And then at the end of the trip, so you stick around to the end, you'll see what I actually netted, what I actually put in my pocket in terms of, you know, this no money making, unloaded driving RV transport gig. You know, what does it pay? Granted, I'm in haul and tow, so different division, but whatever. I still go unloaded on the way back just out of convenience and time's sake. But one of these days I'll pull the trigger and start doing backhauls again. And again, you know, it's an easy $500 to $800 a week added, and that's probably on the low to mid range of what I would take home if doing it. But yeah, so stick around, you'll see what I netted on this trip. And every trip I'll just do that, the beginning, gross, and what my fuel was, what my maintenance allotment was, and then what did I actually take home. And one of the things that it does is it just helps me be accountable in terms of making sure to fill out my spreadsheet, because, well, with routine work comes the tendency to slack off. And so sometimes I don't always fill out my spreadsheet, and then I try to go back and I'm like, damn it, why didn't you fill it out? So then I go back, all right, what BOL did I have? What trip? Let me go back to my com data card. What did I have for fuel for those dates? Yada, yada. So this will ensure that I stay on top of my spreadsheet. All right, I'm gonna work out. I'm in Springfield at the Flying J's, I believe. Pilot or Flying J's. Fuel is 301 right here. So it is, what is today's date? January 27th. It's the cheapest on the way down. There may be some cheaper in Oklahoma, like further down in Oklahoma or northern Texas. But I'm gonna fuel up here and start working our way down towards Dallas or Denton, but I don't think we're gonna make it that far. I'm gonna take the Highway 69 route that I took last time. I like that. Speed limit was a little slower than the interstate, so I'm getting better fuel economy and not going super slow per the road speed, you know? But yeah, and it's like 40 degrees here, which is amazing. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna fuel up. This is gonna surprise some, but because it's busy over there, I pulled over to a parking spot to go inside. If you've ever been to the Springfield Flying J's here, it's a horrible hot mess to pull in off of the side street, and where the fuel island is, like there's just no space. And then this is cool. Somebody's too lazy to throw away their piss jug, or at least dump it out in the grass or something, you know? Man, what is wrong with people? All right, we're hitting the road. Let's go. If you're on whatever highway that runs east and west through Oklahoma, don't forget to have cash on you, because you have to pay with cash. And what the is this? I don't get it. But yeah, have cash in Oklahoma. I-44 maybe? I don't know. Let's drive. Hi. Yeah.
Okay.
And then
It's 8:50.
I'm getting off at Big Cabin.
Okay, I'll make sure you get to everything.
Okay, so we made it to Atoka, Oklahoma. Staying at the Pilot, just had some Moe's. I'm gonna actually walk over, try not to get hit by a million semis, to Walmart. I need some more water, some anti-gel, and I think I'm gonna buy a TV mount for my rig. Okay, good deal. I'm gonna build out that back area and where I took the seat out. And I figure if I just buy it, then it's gonna make me work on it. Otherwise, I'm just looking on Amazon and like mapping it out. So yeah, that's where we're at. It is like 9:15 or somewhere, 9:15, 9:30. I will, I think, take off somewhere around 6. So I'm dropping in Kyle, Texas, and they mentioned, hey, show up between 9 and 11 or 1 and 3. You don't have to make an appointment or anything, just show up. Okay, cool. So if I leave around 6, GPS would say I'd get there at noon, but we know I'll probably get there around 1:30. So I think that's what we're gonna do. All right, well, that is what I just woke up to, is some knocking on my window. This younger kid that said it's just getting tight over here. He's asking some people to move. Let me show you some parking. I've parked here twice now, and when I was here, there were trucks already parked where I'm at and where the guy next to me is, and then on the other side of the road. But here's where a guy parked at, I guess, which, I mean, you know, whatever. He's just trying to sleep for the night. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is, you know, normally I'll shower and then hit the road. Well, I legit just got asked to move, and it doesn't look like there's any parking spots, so I may be, let's see here, an hour and some change away from being able to drive, so I'm gonna get down the road and seek some shelter. Go get some coffee first. All right, here we go. Now, that does remind me of actually my Buddha, Texas run, where I parked along the old broken scale, kind of up the ramp a little bit, and I had a guy similar to this parked near me. Gave me enough room though to where, I mean, I don't think he planned to give me enough room, but I had enough room that I was able to back my way out, kind of snake out to get out of there early in the morning. I don't know if this national whatever guy was thinking about what type of issues he was causing, because the flatbed behind him is actually, when I'm putting my shirt on and stuff, he's actually getting into his truck, like he's got a sack, his coffee and stuff. He is able to back up. There's a spot behind him. He's able to back up and get out, but, you know, still, if that's the case, don't park in the random open area. Go to a different spot. Whatever, let's get some coffee and go. Okay, so I just got back to my truck. The lady was awesome. She had asked, oh, is that all you're getting? I was like, yeah. She's like, oh, have a great morning. Come see us again. So that actually happens more than not. Comment below if you're frequent to getting free coffee. Not on every trip, not every same location, but I'd say maybe once a trip I'm getting a free coffee, because that's all I'll walk in and grab. But as I was thinking of the predicament this morning on needing to move, which again, I don't need to move really, like when you look at it. Let me roll my window down. That national whatever guy had moved. Surprisingly, that flatbed's still there. And so now here I am in a non-parking area, but you swing around and you go to the fuel pumps. But what if that 3 point whatever trillion or 1 point trillion, whatever the fuck it was, what if that actually went towards the definition of infrastructure, not daycare for all and shit like that? What if you incentivize truck stops to build bigger parking lots, and if they threw in enough electrical charging stations, instead of having that be federal mandated, that'll be a joke, they got it reimbursed, then the parking shortage would be over. But yeah, whatever. Yeah, just a random thought. All right, let's hit the road. Oh, just stuck in traffic. All for another traffic stop or an accident.
You gonna use the eyeball, driver? Which eyeball? Which eyeball? Yeah, they gonna be looking at us when they got the eyeball for, so they can get nose and look.
I guess turn signals in this state is an option. I had about 4 of them already. Fucking chain lanes right in front of me, no lights, just you.
I wasn't gonna record. I'm just stopping at a Pilot to get something to eat. Just feel like stopping. But this truck stop is freaking genius. It has a hotel above the truck stop or restaurant area. Like, why isn't every truck stop like that? That's genius. Okay, so I thought I was gonna buy a new winch, and I told him this story, and he's like, well, if you had the replacement plan, we'd be able to swap it out. I was like, oh, well, I doubt I bought it, but let's see. He looks it up. I did. Then his boss was like, no, I think you have to have every part to turn it in, that we send it in and you get a new one. But he's like, let me check. So he called Victoria or somebody, I think it was Victoria. She confirmed I do not need all of the parts. So instead of paying another $40, that $399 for the 12-month replacement plan, if you lose something like I did, whoo, get it for free. Yes, let's go, baby. got it dropped. The check-in person, whoever it was, well, one, the lady said they quit, but then two, whoever was supposed to be doing it wasn't there. So that was kind of annoying because, from what the guy said, check in, either show up whenever, you don't need an appointment, or call ahead, but 9 to 1 or 11 to 1, I think 11 to 1, and then, no, I'm a fucking idiot, 9 to 11, and then 1 to 3 were the times. Like, okay, whatever. I got there closer to 2, and they're like, yeah, you may be out on lunch. What? But anyways, I'm getting up to Anna, Texas. That's the goal. I should have enough time to legally do that. But man, Texas traffic anywhere near, basically from Austin to Dallas and then through Dallas, it's nothing but wrecks. I'm just passing Georgetown, I believe. I feel like I've been on the road for all like freaking 4 hours. But this 55-degree weather, they think it's cold. Oh, I'll take that any day. I don't want to get back to Iowa or my next load because it's like single digits. This is where it's good having a CB radio. Southbound has been telling us, or maybe somebody up ahead, that there's a crash on the left side. Get over to the right lane. Fire truck's got 1 or 2 lanes closed. I don't think we're even to Waco yet. And from the looks of things, from my time clock and we're not moving. From the time clock to what it would take to get to Anna, it's going to be a close, questionable call at this point. Gosh. Something fucking crazy is happening. This car is running from the police. Holy shit. There are a ton of cop cars. There's more. And one more. Yo, that's fucking crazy. This is the only reason I actually stopped right here, was because as I was just on the other side of that bridge, there was a cop in the, opposite bound lane or whatever, whipped a Yui, and then stopped in the left, not in, but just on the side of the left lane, and his trunk pops open, and I'm kind of like, fuck, is he after me or something? Like, what's going on? So I get over, I'm over the rumble strips, and he grabs like this, his spike strips or whatever. After I pass by him, I'm looking in my rearview mirror, in my side mirrors, And he's running over to this side, or to my side, and he's waiting for, it was like 4 cars past, and I see him, you know, toss out the spike strips. And I'm like, huh. I had to get cash because I'm at the toll booth in Oklahoma on I-44. But, oh shit, here comes more police. But, you know, he rolls them out, and then I'm like, I gotta wait, I gotta watch this. So I just park in this random spot. More state troopers. But, yeah. That was nuts. And that car was flying. I'm not quite sure how we got around the spike strips, because he didn't have any flats. I think channel 9 is like the police station or channel, but I don't hear anything. I don't know if that's true or not. But yeah, that was nuts. All right, I gotta get some cash. It'll be like $3 or something unloaded. And then we're headed up, stopping in Joplin to fuel up. 317 is what the fuel is there. Up to Kansas City, I'm loading up a piece of equipment I'm gonna buy for the gym. I'll show you that in a second. And then headed home. Boom! Decline bench press, baby, for the gym. Didn't pay anything. It's actually costing me money, but that's okay. Yeah, there was just a great deal on it. I'm always kind of scouring through different marketplaces. Govdeals.com is a great one to look for commercial grade equipment. This one, I guess it was an old YMCA. I think I'm in the downtown Kansas City area. And he had said they rebuilt, or they built a new one just around the corner, so they just must be selling all the old equipment, which, I mean, this is in great shape. New, you're probably a few $1,000s. I got it for $300. You know, you can't beat something like that. No real dings on it, nothing, just cosmetic. Yeah. Boom. All right, now let's hurry up and get I don't know if you caught that because it was in a time lapse, but Officer